girl got mad and she my bro. Monica, you're wrong, though. That's against a bro code. Headed to his home, though. No, he living solo. Vertebrae. I just broke into his place. The chin in space, yeah. And then I say it's everything.
Surgical.
I love you, need to infiltrate. The only woman that I claim is skin like to get so strange. All I anger is a bang. You didn't know that I'm a saint. I will blow your then I again.
We're at the home of the Super Bowl 52 champions, Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Philadelphia Eagles. Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. This is taken just shy of the 10. And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete.
Well, sometimes the defense just beats you. Great coverage from the secondary. All of them in the proper position. So instead of trying to throw into tight coverage, he found a way to throw it away and come back and try again the next down.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now here's Mahomes. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17. Now a run on first down is not going to get off the ground as they will get it behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3.
Coaches stress their defense being physical. They don't just mean the big guys. How about the guys on the outside, the quarterbacks? It's not just their job to patrol the airspace. They can get involved in the run game as well.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Mahomes now to throw. The right side going to be caught by Hardman. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds it for the first down.
And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down. Here's Mahomes to throw. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
Now they're coming up on play number 8 of this opening drive, but they're looking at a 3rd and long. Mahomes going to throw. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And the Chiefs are out to a 3-0 lead. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made
come out of the end zone. He's going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And his throw here is incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Smith will come in motion right. Miles Sanders, first carry of the game. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Now on 3rd down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs.
Hey, smash Bronco! 60 Bobcats, 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers. 19 Lions.
Here's Hurts to throw. Going deep here for Watkins. And that's caught inside the 35. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
19 tight.
Throwing is Hurts. This is caught. It's Brown. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
An awful lot of congestion in the middle third of the field, but how about our defensive tackle right there? He didn't just hold the line. He provided some push and smacked the ball carrier down for a loss.
On 2nd and 11 now. Hurts toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
From the gun, it's Hurts. And he's got his man. It's the tight end Goddard. Touchdown! Jalen Hurts on target to Dallas Goddard. And the Eagles are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, blew a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kid that can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. Play action, it's Mahomes. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And in Chiefs touchdown. They erased that deficit pretty quickly, did they not? A two-play drive.
What do we call that? Short-lived?
Very.
Very short-lived. 2 plays later, they're in the end zone and back out in front. We always talk about drives, don't we? Does 2 plays count as a drive?
Not really, but that second play was so good. I don't care what we call it. It was enjoyable to watch. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Offense set to begin their next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching.
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Nick Bolton. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. An excellent play there, CD, on the pick 6. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did, and came through with a big-time pick 6.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
From the 29, Hurts got his man complete over the middle. It's Watkins. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. And one more time, that's Watkins. He'll get it inside the 20. Touchdown, Philadelphia. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blower out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And the final clocking on the next-gen stats there. How about this? 22.1 miles per hour. Wow. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Take it in at the 3. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on. Both sides moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little drive and get things going in their direction?
There you go.
4 yards.
Sorry, everything turned out.
First down.
2nd and 1 and people.
Thank you so much, boss man.
This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there.
Everything's
Pick
fine
up the
now.
first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Mahomes. No, bottled up fumble. It's out. It's loose. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
What partner they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
It's an Eagles 1st down on a gain of 11.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Right back to Sanders on 1st down. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Chris Jones on the stop.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature in the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Pat in the street. Pat in the street.
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Miles Sanders, 22 yards. And the Eagles have retaken the lead. Well, they've done a pretty good job keeping him in check to that point, but he finally breaks off a nice run here and gets into the end zone.
And it just takes one, doesn't it, partner? That can undo a lot of good work that a defense has done to that point. You break off one right there, and everything suddenly looks bad for you.
Elliott good with a PAT, and that will make this a 4-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Fields this way up at the 17. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
From just shy of midfield, Mahomes caught Kelsey left side. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and it passed him up to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete. An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 45.
79 Broncos.
Hurts sets up to throw it. Looking left side for Watkins, and he's got it. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That is caught. It's the tight end Goddard. And the Eagles are going to have a first and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. They'll run with Sanders. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. From back at the 4, here's second and goal. Once again with Sanders. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
60 Bobcat! Hey! 70 Ranger!
Hurts. Touchdown, Eagles! A.J. Brown, as the first half is winding down. And the Eagles will extend their lead here just before halftime. Elliott good on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. He's going to let it go again. He's got a man complete. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
And here on the road, that could be a huge score for their morale in the second half.
Every team has confidence going into the start of games, but sometimes you get it rocked a little bit, and it certainly applies here for them. But guess what? Just what you said, this touchdown can give them their belief back that they can win in the second half.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and that makes it a 28-24 game. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. He's at the 40. Past the 20. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Eagles. It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's going.
Well, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
Elliott good with a PAT, and that pushes the lead up to 11. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. This one taken just inside the 10. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. To throw, it's Mahomes. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to end up with a nickname after something like that, some Big Jelly or something like that.
And Mahomes picking up the first as he slides and hits the deck. A gain there of 21 yards.
He certainly isn't looking at the scoreboard out there because, to me, all he's concerned about is analyzing the field and making most of the time left in this game. Deficit's still there, but he's starting to hit them.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. We've seen how this quarterback can beat you with his legs. Saw it earlier on this drive, as a matter of fact. But that time, they had him covered.
They really gave him no place to escape because oftentimes they're able to find a crack, a sliver, anything that can get them upfield. On that occasion, nothing open at all, and they swarmed him.
And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. From midfield, here's Mahomes. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on first down, then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback, because that was awfully close.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Throwing now is Mahomes. He's got his man. That's Hardman. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Mecole Hardman, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chiefs have got it back to within a score. So a strong drive here to lead off this third quarter and gets them right back in this football game.
And I think we can safely call that a statement drive because they had to be saying, we have put our best foot forward in the first half, but we certainly mean business now. Maybe a better term, a prove-it drive. They proved it to themselves that they were ready to go.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And this is caught by Watkins. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
Hurts a handoff to Sanders. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense, rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Now this throw caught left side. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And this one is incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Hurts. Over the middle here to Brown. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Now they send a man in motion right. They'll try to run with Sanders. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Let's go now. 19 tight. 19 tight.
Now back to throw. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. This will be play number 8 on the drive. It's 3rd and goal.
Warriors 17.
They'll set up a throw. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
Let's go, let's go, let's go!
They're going on 4th down with Hurts. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And the Chiefs are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, the decision there, 4th and goal. They go for it, but this ball intercepted in the end zone.
Hey, how about some applause for the stand by this defense? Just to force them into a 4th and goal situation was one thing, but then to get the interception, keep them off the scoreboard, that's a job very well done.
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Jerick McKinnon, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Chiefs have taken the lead here in the final seconds of the 3rd quarter. Butker on for the PAT. And that will make this a 4-point game. And they will not have time to get another play in here as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Butker now to kick this one away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder into ball carrier, and down he goes.
Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
7 Pirates! 7 Pirates!
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 22-yard line.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Hurts. And his throw is incomplete. I guess they're in a situation now, fourth quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted, and if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
The offense on third down, they've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line.
Back 60.
On first down, Hurts. Pass to Brown. He's got it on the crossing route. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
It's a gain of 16 yards. That's good for an Eagles. First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts. And that's complete to Sanders. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. 16 yards, a little deja vu from the previous play where they got 16. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory right at the 40. Here's Hurts to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
What will look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Trap 60. Trap 60.
On 2nd and 10, Hurts. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
I'm ready, AZ. Ready when you're ready.
During this game where they give up a ton of yards downfield, that has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
Throwing is Hurts. And this is caught. It's Brown. Down inside the 10. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up the 1st and goal.
Check contact. Check contact.
Up the middle they go with Sanders. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
On 2nd and goal, Hurts. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And the Chiefs are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. So a good drive with a bad ending, Charles. They move it down the field well. Cannot finish it off, though, as it's intercepted in the end zone.
Deflating, that has got to be the word here because they were sharp in moving it down the field. But sometimes you start thinking like a touchdown is a given. And it doesn't always work out that way as we saw there.
And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And he stopped immediately there. They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be 3rd down.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bring up the key if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key third down. Highlight that. But look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football. They'll run with Sanders up the middle. And he is not going to go anywhere. They're going to get to him behind the line, and that is going to get us to the 2-minute warning. Chris Jones that time coming in with a tackle behind the line.
Ready? 70,
Second down, back to Sanders. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 59 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on first and goal. Another run with Sanders. A good display of power, but ultimately it gets him just inside the 5 to the 4 and no further. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Here's Sanders. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is third and goal.
Come back in!
Back to throw. Back in the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now as to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
They go for it on fourth and goal, but that winds up incomplete. He had 3 touchdowns already, but won't get a 4th here. And that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. Little clock management 101.
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Mahomes down to a knee, and that should just about write a finish to this one. Well, CD, for the losing side, they had opportunities in this one, but big plays just didn't go their way, especially late, and they have to suffer the L here.
It certainly felt like that takeaway, once it happened, it knocked the wind out of their sails, and they just couldn't get their equilibrium back.
All done? All done?
Yeah.
Oh, you gotta run the
Yeah, this I wanted to take to the tank.
Oh, okay. So you gotta take water to the tank?
Yes.
Wow. So you kinda like reflushing water and put it back in the tank?
Yeah, when I take to the corner,
Yeah.
corner is broken.
Uh-huh.
When I take, we have to do the baking for the water suction.
Oh, section.
Yeah, but it's now water in the floor.
Oh, okay.
That this old water is actually.
Oh, okay. Wow.
But now it's coming good. Okay, that's it.
Thanks so much, brother. Thanks so much.